What's shaking, people? Back with another reaction, back with some more Alison Moyet, and we're going back to her 1987 album Raindancing, and we're up to the tune You Got Me Wrong. Is it You Got Me Wrong or You? I think it's just You, right? Yeah, You Got Me Wrong. Either way, it feels like it's an indication that the person feels they've been misunderstood. Now that could be in a literal, like, verbal sense. I said one thing, but now you're saying that, oh, you said this, which, that's not actually what I said. But it could be emotionally, like, oh, you thought I was, acting like, or I was jealous or something, when that's actually not the way I was feeling it. It feels like it could be more verbal and specific, or more conceptual, emotional, and so on. But yeah, the idea is that they've been misperceived, and they want the other person to know that whatever statements or actions the other person is basing, are based on that perception, are misaligned or out of line, in the sense that they don't relate to the way that this narrator has actually intended to be received or understood or experienced. So yeah, I do wonder where the disconnect or where the misunderstanding has taken place, and what stage of the relationship. Is this after the fact that she's just saying, the reason this all fell apart is because you got me wrong? Or is this an active, ongoing relationship? And it's like, no, you don't get to criticize me for that, because you're not understanding what I actually said or what I actually felt. So curious to hear where, temporally and conceptually, this misperception is. So let's find out. This is You Got Me Wrong by Alison Moyet from her 1987 album Raindancing.
Something I should know. It would help if you explain what's going on. Could you help me understand just what it is that you accuse me of? 'Cause from the moment that I wake up, you watch your every move on me. You got me wrong this time. You got me wrong. You got me wrong this time. You got me wrong.
Low electric bass line.
Do I have to guess until I get it right? And can anybody play? Is there a limit on the floor tonight? Because if you have no objections, I'll get someone to take your place. You got me wrong this time. You got me wrong.
This time.
You got me wrong this time. You got me wrong.
I like her echo voice. From 0 to 100, instantaneously.
You got me wrong. You got me wrong this time. You got me wrong. You got me wrong.
And those little electric sounding basses. I do enjoy that. a severing moment like this. You got me wrong this time, and you'll never be right again, because that's it. These little brass touches. I don't know if it's a trumpet though. It sounds like a trumpet, but. It's a cool one. I enjoyed that one sonically. Lyrically, I'm not quite sure. Again, it sounds like it's in the present moment, but it's a final, like, severing, like sayonara type of ending. So yeah, let me know if I'm hearing that wrong. Didn't catch all the lines. Again, part of the reason is sometimes, like, Alison's voice, especially when she'll go up very quickly or do one of those vibratos, it's like like I'm hearing the vocal quality as much if not more than the actual words. So but yeah, that one is cool. I enjoyed the production of that one, and I enjoyed the sequencing of the track. And her voice is always a pleasure, whether it's a little more low key by her standards or whether it's a real she's belting out. That one felt sort of in the middle. There were some powerful moments, but it wasn't like the most, what's the right word? I was going to say over the top, but that sounds like critical. The most momentous, I guess I'll say, vocal performance I've heard from her, but a very nice one. So yeah, digging that tune. It'll be interesting to see as we go through this, how it compares to Alf. There was a lot of variety on Alf, for sure. And again, I know we went through a bunch of bonus tunes too. But yeah, as she goes forward, chronologically, I'm keen to hear, some development and differences and, perhaps, hallmarks, things that stay relatively similar. But yeah, I'm just always curious to hear how an artist develops. So curious to hear more of the album. Once again, shout out to Seb for sharing all the Alison material, and I will see you next time. Peace.